I'm going to show you how to search for articles for your annotated bibliography using the ProQuest digital database. To get there, you will start at the Cecil County School of Technology website. You will go to the bottom right corner where it says Resources, and you will click on Resources. Then, in the middle of the page where it says Digital Databases, you will click there. You will scroll down and you will click on ProQuest. And at this point, it will probably prompt you for a password. Your home login is the username Cecil County, all lowercase, no spaces, and the password Cecil County, all lowercase, no spaces. If it does not prompt you for a password, it will once you click on ProQuest, which is where we're going. The next thing you will see is this screen. And what you need to do here is you need to start by clicking the full text box. That will ensure that the articles that you get are available in full text and they are not just an abstract. That's where you want to start. You can also take that off and get an abstract if you're not finding enough information and share that with me at kdyar@ccps.org, and I can get you the full text article within a few days. The other thing that you can use is this peer reviewed. You can check this after you have searched the first time. That will bring you to the research articles written by scientists, but to start with, you probably just want to use full text and look at some magazine articles. You're going to enter your search terms here, and I want you to remember what we talked about in terms of search terms and how to use them properly. You will need to mix and match your search terms in order to effectively search in ProQuest. Remember to try multiple searches where you mix multiple search terms together from your search term list. Now you are ready to begin searching. If I start searching here, I'm going to see that a lot of weird stuff comes up. So I need to mix and match my search terms. So I want to make sure I put in overpopulation. And I will see here that I get a lot of suggested search terms. I can add all of these or any that apply to my search term list. So anything that I haven't thought of before, like deer overpopulation control, deer overpopulation solutions, and then these particular states, which may have more information about how they've dealt with it, I can add to my search term list. If I look right down here, white-tailed deer overpopulation, that is very specifically what I'm interested in. So I can click on that and I will see my results. You will see how many results you have here, and then in this left-hand column going down the page are a bunch of filters that we'll use in a moment. Over on the right, we have the option, once we click on an article, to click on the quotations to get citations that we can just copy and paste for the citation for our annotated bibliography. We can email an article to ourselves, and I would recommend that as a good backup, where you change the subject line to capstone and then the title of the article. That way you can search your email for it. You can do other things here too. You can print, but these are the two you're going to use mainly. Now we are going to look at the filters on the left. On the left, you will see that these articles are sorted by relevance, and that means the ones that most closely relate to your search terms are at the top. Notice we have already limited it to full text, and just as I showed you on the first search screen, you could change at any point and add peer reviewed, and you will notice when you do that, it changes the number of results. So there are 4 academic or scientific journal articles that have to do with this, and if I turn that off and I just take all the content, I have 118 results. It will show here the source types. Under source type, if I click on scholarly journals, it will limit my results to just the articles that are in scholarly journals. If I click the X to cancel that filter, either here or at the top, I can zero in and choose magazines, and it will show me just the results that are from magazines. I would recommend that you start with magazines and then you work to some other source. You can close that when you're done. You can click on more, and you could see blogs, podcasts, and websites. And you can click include here, and then you will see the results for blogs, podcasts, and websites. So those are resources you can also use in your annotated bibliography. When you're done with that, you can click the X to close that filter, and you can choose a different one. And then I can scroll down and look at publication date. For some topics, it will be more important to have the publication be recent. For others, it may not be. For overpopulation of deer, this has been a problem for a while. I'm not going to limit the publication date, but if you have too many results, you can click on it to limit it, and you will see I'll go from 50 results here to fewer. If I limit it to just the past year, I only have one result. So that's just another way you can narrow things down. I don't want to limit it that much, so I can click on the X here, or I can click on the X here, and I can turn off that filter, and you will see then that I go back to my 50 results. The next thing that I look at is the most important, subject. I'm going to click on subject, and it will give me a few that are listed. For each subject, it will show you how many articles it has on it. So at this level, there are 14 articles about animal populations and 8 about wildlife management. So those would probably be the ones I would want to start with, and I could start with them by just clicking on this search term. Now, these subjects that are listed here are synonyms. Subject is a synonym for search term. So there are terms here that should be added to your search term list if you don't have them. For example, as I said, animal populations and wildlife management, and the word habitat, because there's a lot of habitat destruction when there are too many deer in an area. So those I should add to my search term list and conduct other searches using them. Now I should click on more as well, and this is going to give me all the search terms that are related to this topic. And I can include or exclude, that means use them or not use them, these particular subjects. So I certainly want to include deer. Hunting is a form of population control, animal populations, wildlife management, habitat, wildlife conservation, animal control, all those sorts of things. Coyotes, I don't care about. Let's see. Activism, I'm not worried about. Those are people who are fighting for different things. American literature, I don't care about deer in American literature. So you can see you go through that whole list, and it is a long list, but you do want to go through it thoroughly and decide which ones to include and which ones not to include. And you will get some false results, like bass. What do fish have to do with it? I don't know. Beef. So you can choose which ones to include and which ones to exclude, and you can click apply, and that will narrow your results further. At this point, you are ready to look through these results as if you would look through a Google search. So you're going to skim through the description. You can read the abstract or more details. There's the abstract. I can read about it, more details. After you read the abstract, you can click on full text, and you can read the full text of the article. At this point, you can download it as a PDF and put it in your Google Drive. You can click Cite. That will give you the citation of the article, and you can just copy and paste that into your annotated bibliography. You can also email it to yourself. I recommend that. It's an excellent way to make sure you don't lose the article. Include the bibliography, and you'll put in your email address, your name, and then where it says subject, you want to put in the word capstone and then the title of the article. That way, when you go to your email, you can just search the word capstone. You don't have to remember the title of the article, and it will bring up all the articles that you have. Having the article title in there, though, when you get to your email and you bring up all your capstone articles, you can tell which one is which. Then you just click continue, and it will send that email to you, and you will be able to get it from there. Now, once you have looked at this article, if this article is an excellent match, you want to look over here on the right where it says related items. And you can find related articles that you can click on here. And you can go to. You also can see more related items. So if you find some good ones, you can continue to look at more related articles like that to save yourself some search time. And also, you can conduct a new search with any of these suggested search terms. If you click on any of these search terms, then you can click search, and it will do a new search, and it will bring you to other articles, and then you can use the filters on the left to limit your results and to go from there. If you are not finding what you need with the full text search, you can turn off the full text filter so that you get things that are just abstracts as well, and you will see that you get more results that way. You can scroll down and you may see something like this, which has the title, the details of the article, and abstract, but it does not say full text like the full text articles would. That's okay. You can click on that article. You can read the abstract, and if it seems like a good fit, you can get the citation. You can copy the citation and email it to me, and I can get you the full text of that article within a few days. If you have any questions or if you need any help, please don't hesitate to email me at kdyar@ccps.org. I can meet with you online and help you.